Hey there, folks. I like Paracord just as much as the next guy. And so when I was browsing through Cutlerylover's, watched a couple of his knife reviews, and so when I was browsing through there, and I saw he had a Paracord vid up for yet another thing you can do with Paracord. So I watched it, and that was fantastic. And just to briefly explain, he just showed that while you melt one end of a paracord, 550 cord, to stop it from doing the super fray, you can actually melt two ends together, and he showed that it creates quite a strong nylon bond, no doubt. And he showed it just by pulling the hell out of it, and it just was so simple that that I was able to, a few days later, as I was dealing with the pet peeve of a flappy straps. I hate that when they just flop all over the place. I was able to, with what he showed me that you can melt two ends together, come up with a cure for the floppy strap syndrome. And it was as simple as melting two ends of a tiny piece of paracord, measured just perfectly, to then create this perfect and clean looking cure for the flappy, floppy strap syndrome that so many backpacks and camera cases and, good lord, you name it. If you have some sort of duffel with straps that you then adjust to just where you like it, then the rest of it just flaps around and curls up and just starts to bug you. Here it is. The 5 billionth 972nd thing you can do with a piece of paracord. The cure for floppy strap syndrome. Thank you, Jeff at Cutlerylover, the YouTube channel. Great knife reviews, by the way, but just something so simple as melting a couple pieces of paracord together. And he showed it actually has a hell of a lot of strength, that melted together nylon. But then I was able to make these cheap-ass straps perfect and quite clean looking without strapping, flopping around. Plus, of course, the colors match so perfectly. But anyway, there you go, yet another thing that you can do with paracord. And just to add to that, a couple of pieces that didn't quite fit but ended up being perfect for his and hers wedding bands. Oh yes, when you absolutely positively have to give a lady something that's worth 0.100 of a penny, there you go. You can buy them here on my YouTube page for $19.95. PayPal, everything accepted. Thank you all. I'll see ya.